Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. We are in the final hour of the trading day. The final hour of the trading day is always my favorite time to make my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades, because at the end of the day, you have the large financial institutions come in. They take control away. They take control of the price away from the day traders and the algorithms who control it during the middle of the day. But at the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in. They have the most money, best information, best technology, very smart people, and they take control away from the day traders' algorithms. I consider them to have the most information, know what they're doing, the smartest money on the street, and therefore I consider the closing price to be the most valid price of the entire day, and therefore that is the price that I want to make my buying and selling decisions from. Makes sense? All right. Well, thank you all for coming today. It's nice to see everyone. I hope you are having a good day. Good day and a good trading day as well. Currently, the Dow is up 133 points, up 0.37%. NASDAQ up another 123 points, up 0.78. And the S&P up 26 points, up 0.56% today. So here's the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, my swing positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I'm going to manage them going forward. I did have one day trade today on Disney that I will share with you. After that, we'll go over to the board. We're going to see where what my current students' positions are, take a look where those were bought, why those were bought, and how they are performing. After that, we're going to talk about trader psychology. Most important skill you can ever learn in trading is the skill of creating a plan and following your plan. So we're going to touch base, talk about that. Hopefully that will be helpful. After that, I do have some potential end-of-day candidates today that I am considering. I have 3 requirements before I'm looking to enter into any new trade. First, need a confluence, combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Second, I need a good risk to reward ratio, at least 2 to 1. So if I'm risking $1,000 on a trade, I need to be able to make $2,000 or more to the upside. And then lastly, I need to have a complete trading plan regardless of the market, regardless of the methodology. And for me, that includes the following: position sizing, based upon the current market volatility, knowing what your maximum allowed loss is, knowing where your emergency stop is. Number 4, knowing where your end of day stop is. Number 5, knowing where your intraday profit targets are. Number 6, knowing where your significant overhead resistance levels are. And number 7, having a good trailing stop methodology in place. So I'm going to go through the end of day candidates, try to narrow it down to the best one. I will purchase that right before the market closes. After the market closes, if my students have any new entries or exits that they would like me to update on the board, that would be the time to do it. If you could just please wait until the end of the day so the market's done, I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, pressure's off. If you have any questions after the market, let me know. If you need clarification on anything, let me know. If there are any stock symbols that you would like me to look at prior to the close, to put them in the live stream, and I will do my very, very best to get to them before the close of the market. All right, I think that's it. Hang tight. I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I'll be back in 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who is here today. Micah Wilkinson. Good to see you, Love It. He says, hello, everyone. Nice to have you here. Mike, Steve Burns is here. Steve, always an honor, privilege to have you here. I say that every day, but I really mean it. Thank you for everything that you do to contribute to this channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. David is here. Hi, Greg and group. Nice to see you, Dave. Hope you're having a good one. Paxton is also here. Hello, Greg and everyone. Nice to see you, Packy. Angela R. is here. Nice to see you, Angela. Hope you are having a good day, and thanks for coming back and visiting us. There's my friend Karen from Wiener Dog Trading. Good to see you, Wiener Dog Trading, or good to see you, Karen. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to our lesson on Thursday. There's my friend Tracy Hall. Good to see you, Trace. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Wiener Dog says, heading out for an appointment soon. Unsure of the connectivity, so we'll watch you again later when I can. Okay, that sounds like a fair enough deal. All righty, well, let's get to it. Starting off with Alibaba. All right, so we have Karen and Lova and I did buy Alibaba yesterday with the 520 crossover from the sideways motion in the value zone. Bought it at 167.02. It's 168.18. It's up 0.98% on the day, and it is up about that much on the trade. Alibaba's earnings come out on the 18th before the market closes, so I will have to sell Alibaba tomorrow before the market closes so that I don't hold through earnings. But so far, nice little trade, up about 1%. CFG, Lova, Dynamic Duo, and I did buy CFG back here on the 10th. Return to value, sideways motion, V2 and crossover, bought here at 47.99. Moved 1.5 ATRs from my entry point. That's the orange line. Now I go into trailing stop mode. Have not hit any profit targets as of yet today, but getting pretty close. It is up 0.79% today on the day, and it's up 4.71% on the trade. CMG, David, Karen, Ava, Lova, and I did buy CMG here at the 520 crossover, sideways motion. Bought at 816.50. Next day went rocketing up like a rocket ship. Of course, I always take partial profits off when it moves my way. Next day continued to move up, hit one more profit target. We are getting close to closing below the previous day's low after reaching the 1.5 ATR trailing stop level. So the low there is 1832.81. 1832.81. All right, and we have moved 1.5 ATRs from entry. So if we close below 1832.81, I will take half of my position off based upon reaching 1.5 ATR trailing stop level and then having a close below the previous day's low. But it will still be, if it's right now, in profitable levels. Facebook, Ava, Karen, Steve Burns, and I did buy Facebook with an under 200, over 200. Bought at 323.52, moved sideways, reached 1.5 ATR trailing stop level, took off half here with the close below the previous day's low, locked in half profits at 338.40, came down, held at 200, last couple days up strong. It is down 0.9% on the day, but this particular trade for the 200s anyway, up 6.01%. Then we have Steve bought the 520 crossover at 340.13. It's 344.34. So this signal, different signal for Steve, is also a little down on the day, but up on the trade. Philip Morris, Jonathan, Karen, Gary, Dynamic Duo, Lilia, and I did buy Philip Morris. Started out as a good trade. False breakout to the downside. V1 closed back over the 200-day moving average. Got in at 93.66. Moved up, took profits. Moved up, took profits. Today, however, it is under the 200-day moving average. That is my end-of-day stop. If it closes below the 200, I will have to go ahead and just get out. Steve, Karen, Ava, Lova, Frank, Jonathan, Kamal, and I did buy Roku with the under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third, and V1. Bought it at 275.55. It's 274.34. It is down 0.16% today and about the same on the trade. Overnight SPY trade, has been really good lately. This was a very small loss. Of course, I do buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I sell it first thing the next morning. I bought it yesterday at the close at 467.43. Sold this morning for a loss 467.16, and I will be buying that again today. And then here is Walt Disney. I did have a short on Walt Disney on the 5-minute. Right here, this is what keyed me off to the trade. We had a big down move, waiting for a rally into about halfway. Here, we came up, rejected the 200, closed right back below, gave me a good risk to reward ratio, happened right in the rally back up into this big down bar. So my end of bar stop was a close over the 200. I shorted at 159.39. I covered when I had some profits here at 159.23. Covered some more short profits, 159.13. More at 159.05. More at 158.97. And then as we got down here to this 100-day moving average in the third Keltner channel, I covered everything. So I shorted at 159.39. Got out at 159.23. Got out at 159.13, got out at 159.05, got out at 158.97, and out at 158.87. All right, so that takes care of my one-day trade today. And let's go over and see over here real quick. Johnson says, hi, Greg and all. Good to see you, Johnson. Hope you're doing well. Tom is here. Hey, good to see you, Thomas. Hope you're having a good day. Steve Burns says, True has a 520 crossover today. Yes, it does. TransUnion has a 520 crossover here. It's in the value zone, not too far extended. Let's check the weekly. Weekly still stuck inside this big down bar here, but there you go. That is a 520 crossover happening. Also triggered a fractal as well. WST. Yep, big 520 crossover here. Also triggered a fractal here. Fractal is a high with two lower highs to the left, two lower highs to the right. This one's a little chasey for me, but who knows? It could keep going. Definitely could keep going. Hi, Ava. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel, my friend. There is my friend Frank as well. Frank, thank you for everything that you do for this channel. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for your wonderful poems. Kamal, of course. Thank you, Kamal, for everything that you do for this channel. Really appreciate it. I appreciate it. Everyone else does as well. And also appreciate your friendship, buddy. All right, well, let's head over here, take a look at everyone else's positions. All right, here's VIX with Bacon Bandit. Bacon Bandit bought the under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third, and the V1 2022 moved up nicely, has come back down, however, is down 19 cents today. So this is down on the day and down on the trade, barring any trailing stop moves that Bacon Bandit may have made. Amazon, I have Gary in Amazon, under 250, over 250, bought at 33.10.49, good risk to reward ratio. It's 351.36. It is down 1.2% today, but Gary up 6.53% on the trade. Boeing, big day or big trade here for David and Kamal, who bought here at 206.50 and 206. Under 30, over 30, rejected the negative third ATR channel, bought at 206.50. It is 227.21. It's down 2.52% today with the rejection of the 200, but it is up 9.16% on the trade. So that's pretty dang good. Melly, so Ava had Melly yesterday, under 200, over 200, bought it at 16.04 even. It's currently down 5.98% today on the day and also down on the trade. So that's a bummer there. XLU, we have Bacon Bandit, who bought XLU higher low intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average, 65.08. It's down a little bit today. but this particular trade up 3.56%. Otis, we have Lava. Nice trade here, Lava. Higher low, V2, bought at 81.78. It's 84.77. It's up 0.72% today, and it's also up 3.56% on the trade. MMC, Ava, Dynamic Duo, bought here in the value zone. Looks like a crossover, bought at 164 even. It's 168.52. It is up 0.71% on the day and 2.74% on the trade. CCI, Dynamic Duo and Ava did buy Crown Castle. Nice confluence of signals here. V1, intraday rejection of the 200, good risk to reward ratio, bought at 180.60. It's 180.76. So it is down 1.1% on the day, but it's still up on the trade. Amazon, I already went over that. Lemonade, Kamal bought Lemonade yesterday at 61.85, at 61.83. It's down 0.5% on the day, but roughly break even on the trade. LRCX keeps moving up for Lava. Beautiful trade here, 520 crossover in the value zone, bought at 572.70. It's up 1.17% today. And on the trade, up 10.27. Way to go, Lava. MTCH is Match.com. Kamal bought Match.com at 147.25. It's 146.96. It is down 0.98% today and just a little underwater on the trade. FITB is Fifth Third Bancorp. Tom, Karen bought this yesterday. At 44.63, it's 44.98. It's up 0.78% on the day and also up on the trade. And then last but not least, we have Beyond Meat. Steve Burns did buy Beyond Meat with an under 30, over 30 at 84.96. It's currently $84. It's up 0.21% on the day, but slightly down on the trade. Ava says, was out of Melly yesterday at 15.85 after offering announcements. Thankfully, profitable trade overall. Well, I am glad to hear that. Holy smokes, Ava, way to go. I didn't like to look at that at all. Oh, no one's in Disney. All right. Gary is here. Good to see you, Gary. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Frank has a poem today. Great. Let me copy it, paste it on down. Why chase your tail? That just traps you in a trader's jail. When the wind shifts, adjust your sail. There are many obstacles a trader will entail. Trade with conviction, and you will prevail. Another beautiful poem. Why chase your tail? That just traps you in a trader's jail. When the wind shifts, adjust your sail. There are many obstacles a trader will entail. Trade with conviction, and you will prevail. So good, Frank. Just so good. I don't know how you do it, but you obviously do it, and you are really, really, really a master at it. My gosh. All right, so let's take a quick look at currents. Alibaba doing fine. I do have to get rid of this tomorrow before the close because earnings are on Thursday on the 18th. Before the market opens, so I have to get it out of them tomorrow, which is the 17th at the close. CFG, doing great, doing fine, no issues there. CMG, looks like I will have to lock in half profits here because of the possible close under the previous day's low after reaching 1.5 ATR trailing stop level. Facebook holding, everything looks fine there. Philip Morris, does look like I may have to get out of Philip Morris here with close below the 200-day moving average. That's my stop. I have to respect it. Roku is positive on the day, 007. That's good. So up on the day, but still slightly down on the trade. And then, of course, I'll be buying SPY at the close, holding it overnight, selling it first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, everybody, so listen, before we start taking a look at potential end-of-day trades today, you know I like to always talk about trader psychology. It is the most important skill you'll ever learn in trading. You do have to learn about support, resistance, entries, exits. Those are all things we need to learn as traders, but in reality, the tough work comes not in developing a trading plan, but following the trading plan, because your emotions get revved up, they get amplified, they get you off your game, and they make you break the process that you had for the trade. You know, there's an old saying, plan your trade and trade your plan. A lot of us plan our trade, but do we really trade our plan, right? So that's why trader psychology is so important. That's why I like to talk about it every day. I have my favorite Twitter, Facebook channels out there that I like to follow. This is from my friend Stephen Goldstein. He's over on Twitter at AlphaMind101. You can follow him over there. It's a great channel. He's a retired professional trader. He's a world-class trading coach. He has the AlphaMind 101 podcast where he interviews people from all over the world. I was lucky enough to be interviewed on there twice, but check Stephen Goldstein out and AlphaMind out at AlphaMind101 over on Twitter. Let's see what Stephen has to say today. Every trader sets out every day with the best of intentions, but the path to trader hell is paved with good intentions. It's true, right? Success requires something far deeper and more profound than good intentions. That's why we have process, structure, playbooks, and principles. You know, they say who they is, right? But 90% of what we do is based upon our subconscious mind. And there's a lot of programming going on with our subconscious mind and how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about ourselves with money and how we feel about ourselves with trading. So good intentions, you know, might get you started for a minute, but it's not gonna last. We really need process. You know, I talked about my 7 requirements for a trade and my trading plan. We need structure, we need playbooks, and principles. So thank you very much, Stephen Goldstein. I appreciate that. Please support Stephen Goldstein's channel at AlphaMind101. Let's read it one more time. Every trader sets out every day with the best of intentions, but the path to trader hell is paved with good intentions. We always have good intentions, right? But success requires something far deeper and more profound than good intentions. That's why we have process, structure, playbooks, and principles. So thank you, Stephen Goldstein. That was helpful for me. I was hopeful it's helpful for everyone in the group as well. Ava says Merck has a flag breakout V1 in the value zone in the gap. Does have a V1, little one. Here's the little flag. Here's the fractal. Here is the high with 2 lower highs to the left. Here's the high with 2 lower highs to the right. And you're right. The fractal has triggered and we do have a V1. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly, we have the big down bar. That's the only thing that I don't like there, Ava, is having a big down bar like that. So if I look there, that's kind of where I would put my profit. I don't think that one makes sense, but that's just me. That's just me. All right, here we go. Here is Disney. Under 30 yesterday, over 30 today. This is a potential. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly is holding the -2 ATR channel. I don't expect a huge bounce from Disney here, but we could get back here to the 5. We could get back here to the 10, maybe even back to the -1 ATR channel. So this is a legitimate under 30, over 30 today. Let's see how it plays out. Here is Dave and Buster's. Well, this is a really good setup as a good example of a return to value. Here we close above the value zone. We close above the 2 green lines. This means we're above the value zone. Then we come down. We hold 1 day sideways motion. Then we make a new low. We have sideways motion, sideways motion, sideways motion. We have a V1 here after sideways motion, and a false breakout to the downside, and a intraday rejection of the 250. So if I buy this, my stop will be very close, probably just right here, basically a close below the 250. But I like that we're in an uptrend. I like that we've pulled back. I like that we've had sideways motion, and I like that we have a legitimate trigger here as well. On the weekly, we do have the 200-day above us as something to contend with. CNK, Cinemark Holdings, we do have an intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average. At the moment, it's down on an up day. It was up earlier in the day. Weekly, we're holding support of the -1 ATR channel, which is good. Weekly looks neutral to me. So this one's okay. It'd be nice if we could get a V1 as well as the rejection of the 200. Tesla does have a return to value, sideways motion, and a V2. Here we come into the value zone. We hold the low, we hold the low, we hold the low. Here we have the V2. Here is day 1. Here is day 2. Here is day 3. 2 washes out the low of day 1. We've also triggered a V2. So here's day 1, 2, 3. 2 washes out 1. 3 closes above 1. We did go under 50, over 50, and we have created the V1. Weekly, holding the 5 EMA. We're at the 3rd ATR channel. I think that's just a little bit too extended for me in principle. This is a decent setup here, good risk to reward, but I don't like the weekly with that big down bar. All right, Akami Technologies, we have a close under, close back over the 200, but I'm looking at this chart, and AKAM has kind of lost respect for the 200-day moving average. We're below 200, we're above 200, we're below 200, we're above 200, we're below 200, now we're above 200. I think I'm going to pass on that one as well. Ozone Holdings does have, looks like 2 intraday rejection of the 30 RSI. Here we went under 30, over 30. Here we went under 30, over 30, and we've rejected the -1 ATR channel. It is down on an up day. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly has rejected the -3rd ATR channel. That one is okay. GNRC does have a false breakout to the downside. The downside was the low here, the low here. We tested that out. We triggered a V1. Here is day 1. Here is day 2. 2 went under day 1, closing back above. It is up today. In the value zone, that one's okay. I would prefer this to be in the value zone though, because we still have the 50 and the -1 ATR channel as resistance. IBB has an interesting pattern. We have some sideways motion here, which is important. It's the same though. I would rather take this trade near the under 30, over 30, or in the value zone. I know I'm most likely going to have resistance of the 10 and the -1 ATR channel above me, but not for sure. But what stuck out to me here on IBB is that we came down, we finally got some buyers. We have enough buyers for us to move sideways. And then here's the trigger with the V1. If I were to take this, my stop would be very close, right about here. ALL, don't see much there. All right, let's see. Johnson says, PTON, under 30, over 30, but probably chasey since it's up 13%. Oh, it's up 13%? That does sound chasey. Yeah, that's a pretty big move there. A lot of volume. We're still not over the 30 RSI, though. We're at 2970. Let's take a look at this intraday. Yeah. All right, so we have Disney with the under 30, over 30. It has tested it twice. We have the -3rd ATR channel overhead as resistance. I think I'm going to pass on Disney. I think I'm going to pass. Play does have a nice return to value. It is up on an up day. It has a nice V1. It's a good risk to reward ratio, so that one's still in play. CNK down on an up day, so I think I am going to pass on that one. Ozone, interesting. GNRC, also interesting. False breakout to the downside. But it does have a V1, but it's not in the value zone. So with that being said, I think I'm going to narrow it down here to these three. Play, Ozone, and IBB. So let me write these down. Where did my Ozone go? Oh, there we go. Okay. And then IBB. All right, so those are my three potentials for today. Can we get rid of Disney? And I'm going to put up here Play. I'm going to put up here Ozone, and I'm going to put up here IBB. But before I start getting interested in new stuff, again, Alibaba, fine, nothing I have to do. CFG, fine, nothing I have to do there. CMG, does look like I may have to get out of this with a close under 1832.81. So if that's true and that happens, I will sell half of my position. Facebook's fine. Philip Morris does look like it's closing below the 200-day moving average, so I will have to get out of that and take a loss. Roku is holding that 30 RSI, so that all looks good. And then, of course, SPY, I'll be buying the SPY at the close. Michael wants to look at TMUS. It's a return to value V2, but is there sideways motion, Mike? We come in, we make a new low. We have 1 day of sideways motion before the washout bar. It's okay. I ideally, but I like that we have the support of the 100-week moving average as well. It's not bad. It's not bad. Did it reject the 50 today though? No, not quite. Not too bad though. not too bad. The only thing here, there's not a lot of sideways motion. It's basically just down and a bounce. I'd like more sideways motion similar to CFG, Mike, right? And Hershey's. Hershey's has a nice higher low V2. Here is day 1, here is day 2, here is day 3. 2 washes out 1, 3 closing above day 1's close. Let's look at the weekly. Big down bar on the weekly, Mike. A few weeks ago, we're right about in that halfway mark. So that's what would push me off of HSY. David says CV and A 520 crossover. Also on my chart closing over the 200-day, the 520 has a 1.6 ratio. Oh, well, there you go. So 5 is 296.37. Pretty good. 459,000 shares. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly looks good in the value zone. CVNA 520 crossover and a close retest of the 200-day moving average. Yeah, I like it. All right, here's play with the return to value. This is sideways motion. Let's check out the bid-ask spread on play. It's 4 cents, so it's in there, but I do like the move up, the pullback, the sideways motion, and the trigger. OZON down on an up day. We may have found the bottom, but whether we move up or not, I'm not 100% sure, obviously. IBB looks interesting with the sideways motion, false breakout to the downside, and the V1. All right. I am leaning towards play, but we have some time left. Boy, I got through this podcast quickly. We've got some time left, so I'm just going to hang out and wait. Tracy wants to look at ARK. That's not ARK. A-A-R-K? Oh. A-R-R-K? No. A-A-R-K. Do we maybe have the wrong symbol? I always get that one confused. A-R-K-K. A-R-K-K. It's okay. It's a higher low V1 in the value zone. We're still under the 50 RSI. I would prefer if MACD was positive. It's up on an up day. I don't like the big skyscraper bars down. MP, good to see you. MP says Tesla. Yep, Tesla was one of the ones we were looking at. We have a return to value. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 days of sideways motion. We also triggered a V2 here, like MP says. Here is day 1, here is day 2, here is day 3. 2 goes below day 1, 3 is above day 1's close. If I were to buy this, which I don't think I'm going to, but I like the retest of the -1 ATR channel, my stop would be about here. If we look at the weekly, though, we're above the 3rd ATR channel. We had a big weak bar previous. Just as a general rule, I don't like to buy stocks when their weeklies are above the second ATR channel, much less the third. So that is why I am passing on Tesla. But that's my analysis. But on the daily, yeah, it looks fine. Return to value, sideways motion, washout bar. Today we triggered day 3 bar going over day 1's bar, day 1's close bar. Kamal says Disney under 30, over 30. Already have it? Oh, you have that. All right. All right. You have it at 158.90. All right. Well, let's get that on there for Kamal. $158.90, and then that looks like it's okay. All right, Kamal, got you on there, buddy. Sideways motion on Tesla. Well, here you go, Paxton. We were above the value zone. We came into the value zone. The next day closed above the low here, so that's considered sideways to this low. This bar here is above this low because that's sideways, then sideways again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 days of sideways motion based upon the low of that first, the low of the lowest bar there. All these closed above that. So that's the sideways motion. All right, so Bob is doing fine. CFG is doing great. I'm sorry, CFG. Chipotle does, right now, it is just under yesterday's low. So I will have to lock in half profits here on Chipotle. And Philip Morris has definitely lost the 200-day moving average. So it looks like I will be getting rid of CMG with a close half CMG with a close below the previous day's low, lock in profits on half, and then Philip Morris lost the 200-day pretty significantly here, so I will have to lock that in or lock in that loss, excuse me. Roku positive on the day, which is nice. SPY, buying the overnight SPY trade. Ozone was one of the potentials, but I am going to stick with play today as long as it closes above yesterday's close. Dave and Buster's for play. Steve says Otley. Under 30, over 30 on Otley, OTLY. We're at a 31.38. Pretty good risk to reward ratio. Look at the weekly. It rejected the negative third ATR channel. So I like that. I like the confluence of signals there. It is a $10 stock. But on the weekly, we have rejected the negative third ATR channel. On the daily, we have rejected the negative 30 RSI. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about confluences of signals on multiple time frames. CMG is also closing below 50 SMA. Well, this was taken. This trade was taken, Mike, with a 520 crossover. So 520 crossover rules apply here. Yeah, losing the 50, I could see definitely taking a safety, but in a way I'm taking a safety anyway because it looks like we're going to close below the previous day's low. But technically, on a crossover, I am not going to factor in rejections of 50 RSIs or 50 SMAs. I'm just going to factor in, did it close below the previous day's low after reaching 1.5 ATR, which it looks like it's going to at the moment. All right, so again, CMG, gonna have to watch for the close below the previous day's low. Philip Morris, bad day today, down. Gonna have to get out of the Philip Morris trade. But as far as new ones go, I like the sideways motion, the return to value, the trigger of the V1. However, it's at 50.04. If it closes below 50, I am not going to take the trade, because had I been in the trade and it got up to 50 and then rejected, I would be getting out of half. So right now it is above the 50 at 50.04, and I will buy it if it keeps there. But if it doesn't keep there, then I will not take the trade and I will not add any positions today. Michael says, does TMUS get any bonus points for high volume from a high volume false breakout downside that bounced at the -1 ATR? Yeah, it does. It does. I think it's good, Mike. I like the rejection of the -3rd ATR channel on the weekly. I like the rejection of the 100-day. I like the big up bar that we had previous, and it did trigger a V2 on enough volume. So yeah, I think that's legit. The only reason that I don't like it as much is because of the not really sideways motion. It just came down. And it did reject the 20, but yes, it does. I don't know if the risk to reward ratio is that great. Yes, the big green bar on the weekly, I like that we're still inside of it. right. Gary says, add a PM at break even earlier today in Disney. Okay, I'll get those updated in a moment then. All right, so I'm just waiting on getting rid of half of Chipotle at 1832.81. It's 1832.47, so it is below it, but it's going to be photo finish. Philip Morris, going to have to get rid of Philip Morris, obviously. And then play is still over the 50 SMA, so that still comes into play for me. All right, looks like there's a little movement going on here. Edit. I don't really see anything I edit that I like, Johnson. We have a V1, we have bullish MACD, that's all good, but the bar yesterday looks like it was about as large as one ATR. It's okay. I just don't think if I was going through this by myself, I would go, ooh. I mean, it is a false breakout to the downside. It is a V1. There was a lot of selling coming in here. Me personally, I would wait for, it may bounce another day, but I'd rather see it pull back, look for a higher low V1 or V2. That's what I would be looking for. All right, I'm going to have to go ahead and get rid of Philip Morris. Do the same thing over here. Okay. That's weird. Doesn't show that it's sold. Okay, I hope that goes away in a sec. And then CMG is below, so that will be something I have to consider. Play is still above the 50 RSI, so therefore it will be a keeper for me. All right, I am going to go ahead and get rid of CMG. Half. with a close below the previous day's low. Alright, so that's done. I did sell half of my position, lock in half profits on CMG with close below the previous day's low. And I also got out of Philip Morris with a loss of the end of day stop, which is the 200. And I'm looking to buy play here as long as it closes above the 50 RSI. I guess I'll just wait on that one. So we have about 3 minutes to go, everyone. Charlene, nice to see you. Take a look. What are your thoughts? So this is Caterpillar. Well, I like, Charlene, that we've pulled ourselves back into the value zone. I never want to buy up here. I want to wait for an uptrend to occur, then have the price come back into the value zone. Now, it is back in the value zone, but that's not enough. I need to see it move sideways for a couple days. I like to buy my long trades and my short trades actually out of sideways motion, because sideways motion lead to trends. So we're back in the value zone. We're not buying it overvalued, but I would like to see at least the price stay steady for a couple days and then trigger with the V1, V2. That would be my entry. So it did have an uptrend, which is great. It did have a pullback into the value, which is great. I just need I need two more things. I need sideways motion, then I need a V1 or V2 to trigger me into the trade. But I hope that helps, Charlene. All right, we have about 45 seconds to go. All right, and I am going to buy play here if I have enough time. All right. Ooh, that was close. All right, everybody, that is the day. Let's take a look and see where I got filled on all this stuff. All right, overnight SPY trade. I got filled at 469.28, and I got filled today on play at 38.32. So overnight SPY trade. Got filled there at 469.28. And on play, I got filled at 38.32. Okay. And I did get rid of Philip Morris, and I did sell half of CMG. There we go. All right, so listen, if any of my students have any new entries or exits today that they would like me to update on the board, this is the time to do it. Go ahead and put them in the live stream. Before we do, just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I teach a 15-hour course, 5 sessions, each session's 3 hours. That's where you get your 15 hours. I love to teach. This is a great course. I teach you step by step exactly how I trade all 5 of the different trading approaches that I use each day and have used for the last 25 years. It's a great course. I've taught people from all over the world. I've seen them dramatically improve their trading, and I believe the same will happen for you. So if you are interested to start the process, I have an email in the link of this YouTube video. Just send me an email, say, Greg, potentially interested in taking your course. I'll reply and say, hey, that's great. Let's set it up. Let's set up a Skype call. The Skype call is just for you and I to talk. I just want to learn more about you and your trading, your challenges, your goals, see if we're a good fit. And it's a good time for you to ask me any specific questions that you have about the course. And when we're done with the Skype call, think about it as long as you want. I will never contact you. You can contact me if you're interested. If today, you wake up one day and today's the day, then just send me an email. Say, Greg, I'm ready to go, and we'll get it scheduled. Number 2, I do have an online video course available at udemy.com. The link is in the description of this video. It's a great course. It's 9.5 hours of video. It's 26 videos total. It's 15 study guides. And in there, in that course, I teach you exactly how to trade the deep dip buy strategy. And the best thing with all that content, it only costs between $12 and $15 on YouTube. So do yourself a favor. I've got so much good feedback and reviews from around the world. It's a great course. So do yourself a favor and take it. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps to build the channel, helps to keep the channel around, lets YouTube know that there's some valuable content here that people want to see, and they will get out and they will share it more. So if you could do that before you head out of here, I would really, really appreciate it. Okay, Kamal is in Disney. Okay, I've got that one. Yes. Gary is out of Philip Morris. And in Disney at 158.56. Gary 158.56. Okay, Gary, got you there, bud. Bacon Bandit is out of VIX. All right. Out of XLU. All right, nice profitable trade there, Mike. And in play. All right, Gary is out of 1/2 CMG. What is that? That's David, okay. Sold 1/2 and in CVNA. Yeah, I like that one. All right. Gary says, thank you, Greg. Hope everyone has a great rest of their evening. Thank you, Gary. You as well. Kamal is out of lemonade. right, looks like about break even. Out of match.com. All right, very small losses, very good. And in Disney. Oh, I have that one, yeah. Ava is out of CCI. And in IBB. All right. Good, Ava. Okay. Michael Wilkinson is out of half CMG. Okay. In TMUS. Okay. Justified risk to reward because it would make a 520 before hitting resistance. Still seems like I broke a rule. Opinion. I don't like the risk to reward on that, Lova. That's about the only thing. I like the weekly with the rejection of the 100 and the negative third. On the daily though, I feel like it's going to come back down here and test this halfway or get to here maybe at the most. I hope I'm wrong though. Tracy is out of PM. Out of CCI. No new trades. Okay. David says, Greg and group, thank you very much as always. Thank you. Ava is out of Melly. I believe I did that one already. Yeah, I did that one already. Jonathan, as late as one can be, but out of Philip Morris. Okay. Paxton says, you skipped us the first time. I'm not sure what that means. Frank says, sold Roku at the close. Oh, Frank, okay. Nice little profit there. Wiener Dog is out of PM. And out of CMG, last share. Good, Karen. Michael says, thank you. You're welcome, bud. All right, so Alibaba, one profit target today, up nicely. Going to sell that tomorrow at the close because of earnings on Thursday morning. CMG, locked in half profits with the close below the previous day's low after reaching 1.5 ATR trailing stop level. Facebook, keeping down on the day, profitable. CFG's been a really nice trade. No profit targets today, but up nicely. Roku, nice big move up today at the close, putting us profitable on the trade and the day. SPY, new overnight SPY trade, 469.28. And then my new position today was play this return to value, sideways motion, false breakout to the downside, V1, close back over the 250-day moving average. So listen, I like to read this every day. It's been helpful for me in my life, and it's just something that I thought I would read, and maybe something you consider for your life as well. But if we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. This is by Martin Kornfeld. It's a great saying. If you could go out, try to do one nice thing for another human being today. Try to go out and do one nice thing for an animal today. Animals appreciate it too, just like humans. It's a win-win all the way around, and I just like to leave off with this. So keep that in mind. All right, so we have IBB with Ava. Anyone left in Philip Morris? Lilia. All right, let's see what's happening after hours. Facebook is up a little bit. Gold up a little bit. Goldman Sachs up a little bit. Play unchanged. PayPal unchanged, but nice move up today, 3.13%. We have that on the weekly. Q's down 16 cents after hours. Roku down 46 cents, SPY down 6 cents, TLT down 6 cents, VIX down a few cents, and XLRE up 14. Those are the ones that I'm watching there. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate you being here. So, all right. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming today. I hope you had a good day. It was a green day on the market. Looks like everyone did pretty well. Final tally, Dow Jones up 54, NASDAQ up 120, and the S&P up 18. So hope you have a good rest of your day. Be good. Drive safe. Tomorrow is garbage day. If you have Wednesday garbage, make sure you put it down tonight. Be good. Be good. Drive safe. Get some oxygen, be kind to each other, be kind to animals, and if you could hit the thumbs up button before you jump out of here, I would really appreciate that as well. All right, so Mike says, thank you. You're welcome, Leva. Thank you, buddy. And looking forward to my lesson tonight with Sebastian and his dad, and it's going to be good at 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock Central. Ava says, thanks, Greg and everyone. Thank you so much, Ava. Have a wonderful day, my friend, okay? All right, well, I have to run the U.S. legal disclaimer on the way out, so hang tight for that and have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity.